Okay, so what we have today is a 2008 Tahoe with a 5.3. And as you can see, the full light and the alarm is going off that we have low oil pressure. Our oil is clean. It has been changed and the filter has been changed. So we know that it's not the oil or the filter that's causing the issue. And that is the sensor that is behind the engine. Goes back in here. It is really hard to get to. There's a little filter underneath of it. It is also hard to get out of there. This is not an easy job, but when all of this starts happening, you will think that you have a serious engine failure. Okay, so what we're looking at is I've got the sensor off of the engine and I have the filter out of the engine. So what I have done is I ran my camera down into the port where you screw the sensor into, and I am looking for any kind of debris, anything that would stop up the filter or cause me any issues when I go back with this new sensor. Now the reason that I'm doing this, one time I had one of these to keep giving me trouble, and there was a big piece of silicone that had broken loose in the engine somewhere, and it had gotten up underneath of that filter. So when I pulled the filter out, I put the new one in, I just put it right back down in on top of the silicone. So since then, this is the way I go about it. So, anyway, if there's any way that you can see down into that port, you know, this is the way I do it, and it works out good for me. I'm going to put this filter in there, we're going to put the sensor on it, and we're going to see what we come up with. So this end of the filter goes into the engine first. Okay, so I got my filter down inside of the port. And I put a camera down in there just to make sure everything went in like it was supposed to. Okay, so what I'm going to do is let it sit here and idle for a little bit, and then I'm going to take it down the road. I want to make sure that the full light stays off and the alarm stays off. We got the oil sending unit on. Everything went smooth. I want to make sure that I don't have no leaks. That's another big thing. Okay, so I'm riding down the road and the oil pressure is staying right at 40. I'm going to put probably about 8 or 10 miles on this to make sure that the light's not going to come back on and the warning is not going to pop back up and start dinging. One thing about this is it would only go about 1.5 miles before it would start losing oil pressure and the light would pop on, the oil light would pop on. So let's see what happens here on this 10-mile run. Okay, a 10-mile drive, and we are sitting here idling for about the past 2 or 3 minutes, and you can see where my oil pressure is staying. So we got this one fixed, taken care of. If you have a problem with your oil pressure dropping, you might want to change that oil pressure sensor before you go in, start digging into that engine. This is Codeman's Auto. Please subscribe.